I'm Jascha Franklin-Hodge. I'm with a company called Blue State Digital.
You gave an excellent keynote speech today about the work you did on the Obama campaign. And one of the things that you were talking about was creating a low barrier to participation in the campaign, and combined with the new technologies and how they're being used, how you guys use them in politics. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how you see that rolling out in the future for future campaigns, and how technology and low barrier to entry and the grassroots interaction is going to change politics.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think some of the fundamentals around creating a low barrier to entry won't change. You're going to have people coming to your campaign site at very different levels of engagement. Some people are already bought into your campaign, your candidate, what you're trying to do. Other folks are just looking for information. They may not know who they're going to support. So making sure that you have paths for people at every level is a critical thing, and is always going to be a critical thing, recognizing your different audiences and segmenting for them. In terms of where this is going, I think a lot of what we try to do with the folks who are bought in, who want to help, they may not be your advocates yet, but we can make them into your advocates, is get them to reach out into their social networks. Now, some of that is very low tech. Some of that is giving them, things to say. Some of that is giving them links to email. Some of that is very high tech. We're doing, towards the end of the campaign with Obama, we rolled out Facebook Connect support with the Obama website, so that if you were a Facebook user and you did something on the site, like made a call to an undecided voter or signed up to attend an event or gave money, that would show up in your friend feed on Facebook. And so all of your friends would see, Jascha made 10 calls to voters in Virginia, and there'd be a link where my friends could click, and they could also go and make those calls. So those kinds of opportunities to get people to reach out into their social network, either through a specific deliberate action or automatically through something like Facebook Connect, is a real opportunity for us to sort of expand the scope and the reach of some of the online campaigning activities that we've done.
I liked how you were also talking about using the technology to facilitate some real-world interaction, like the door-knocking campaigns and things like that. How did you perceive that as a change from the more traditional, only volunteers who are officially qualified can do the door knocking? How did that kind of dialogue happen before you launched that piece?
Sure. Well, some of it was an issue of scale. One of the things we saw in 2004 with the John Kerry campaign is that they put a volunteer form on the website, and they had more interest in from people who wanted to volunteer than they had folks in the organization able to cook them up with volunteer opportunities. So a lot of people filled out that form and nobody got back to them. Some of them didn't do anything. Some of them went to work with one of the other organizations or another campaign. But that's a real missed opportunity. And so a lot of the thinking behind some of the tools we built really came out of that recognition that